Cafe.
Mike's Daily
Hello,
Podcast.
my friend. You've entered into the, what do you call it? The Monday Zone. I'm your host, Mike Matthews. Welcome to this show where I tell you things and you go, oh, that's interesting. And then we have a conversation because you end up talking with... Why do people say that when...
Mike's Daily Podcast.
How do you even have a conversation with someone when you're listening? I don't get that. But actually the best conversations...
Mike's Daily Podcast.
...are when you're listening. You know the people today in the world don't listen that well. And that's the reason why we go through hell. We need to talk to people, but they're not listening to us. So what's the point? It all is a major fuss. Is Mary Poppins number one?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Do we care? Mary Poppins. The Emily Blunt. So
Mike's
she is
Daily
taking over
Podcast.
movie screens by harnessing her Julie Andrews. Julie Andrews was Mary Poppins in the original. Walt Disney loved her. Walt Disney made one of his first big live action movies with Mary Poppins. He incorporated all that wonderful animation on the side. Well, people are flocking to see the new Mary Poppins because it's been, 60 years? And so now that we're back with the Cockney accents and the British women that are so, mustn't go to the bathroom to poop. That's not allowed. We don't do that here. I'm going to fly around on my wind with the umbrella flying up in the sky. Chimney, chimney, chim, chim, chim. So Walt Disney's favorite song was from the original movie. It was Tuppence. Tuppence a bag, or some stupid song about feeding pigeons. That was Walt Disney's favorite song of all time, was a song about frickin' pigeons. Can you believe that? That is unbelievable to me. The greatest man in the history of our planet.
And here's today's podcast picture.
You've got to be kidding me.
Greatest man in I don't know. I mean, the guy did a lot of amazing things, so more than I shall ever do. The podcast picture today, oh, what a wonderful question. Because, let's see, we had Sonora, baby, Sonora, last show, and it's fun. Shows are fun where the host just starts randomly singing things, isn't it? It's funny, haha. It shows that the host knows things and likes to sing about them. I don't know what the podcast picture is. I do know that Starbucks is canceling a lot of their deluxe cafes or building them. I am so happy about that because Starbucks has lost me. They lost me when they hired these infants that came right out of the high school. Some are still in high school that don't care about serving people. They just care about their stupid iPhones, and they care about nothing. They make the worst drinks. I'm sure I caught all kinds of diseases drinking their drinks. Do I have a Starbucks Gold membership card? Yeah, because at one time I was an idiot and I bought a bunch of Starbucks. The concept of Starbucks, I like, going somewhere, relaxing, going on the internet. I used to love that idea. Oh, when I was in Alabama, we had this one Starbucks in Madison, Alabama, near where I lived. And it had a big, comfy couch that everyone had sat and farted on. And I got there, I would go and sit on that couch, and I would look out. It had this beautiful window. The whole wall was like a window. And you'd look out, and there was this part of Madison that was undeveloped. It was weird. This part of Madison was just one street. Basically, one large, I think, all the way across 4 lanes. and you look across and there's fields. You saw it first off this one large road, almost like a highway. I think was it 72? It's been a while since I've been there. And across that, beautiful open fields. It was a beautiful Starbucks for many reasons, and a very nice guy was always there serving people, who I'm sure was gay, but you can't be gay in Alabama. Don't be gay, Sparky. Don't be gay. Early South Park reference. George Clooney played the character of Sparky the dog. Did you not know? Hey, real quick visit from another dog named Basil the Boxer, who scared us this weekend because he would not eat. And that freaked me out. That always freaks me out if he doesn't eat, because then I know, what's next is not very good. So thankfully, my lovely lady friend picked up some chicken broth and made some rice, and he ate that. He loved that. So he's still on that for the time being. Hopefully he'll get back up to kibble again. But, oh my God, I was so scared. It's like he's over 10. And I know big dogs, time is of the essence. Although a friend of ours up in Reading has a dog that's like almost 15, and he's huge, a big Weimaraner. Well, he's a Weimaraner, but he's bigger than any Weimaraner I've ever seen. Big old mess of a dog. Huge. And he's doing great. But yeah, Basil, so thank you for listening to my little rant about Basil the Boxer. And I know I worry a lot about that dog. And I know the end is nigh. I know dogs don't last that long. He's had a lot of good years. We just had our 9-year anniversary together. I got him 9 years ago from Fresno, California. I bet he was happy that I rescued him from Fresno, California. And that was my little homage to Fresno, California. But I will say that the whole luxury Starbucks thing makes no sense to me. You go into a Starbucks, and if it's luxury, that just means they have a right to charge you more. And the people have the right to be more snobby and condescending and idiotic. I hate that. So I'm glad Starbucks is not going to do that. They had a down year last year. So that says it all right there. I can't remember the last time. Oh yeah, I bought a bunch of Starbucks stuff a year ago because they were threatening to take away my Starbucks Gold status, which they've probably taken away by now. Oh yeah, the only good reason to have I'm totally done with Starbucks. I'm going to be honest with you. The only reason why to have a gold status is that they give you a free drink on your birthday. Well, when they give you a free drink, you have only that day to get it. And last year, my birthday was on Thanksgiving. So I'm like, oh, all the Starbucks are closed. How am I going to get my free drink?
I was going to make espresso.
So, where's my he forgot his latte? Do I still have that somewhere? No. But I do have Sean Connery.
I'll take the rapists for 200. That's therapist.
I was watching a bunch of, BBC America had a bunch of James Bond movies, the Sean Connery ones, yesterday. And I watched a whole load of those, but, with the sound off. And he's like, there's this one. Let's just say women were not treated very well. They're treated roughly in those shows because in those movies, because there was one scene where there's a guy about to knock him out, and he looks in the reflection of the woman he's about to kiss and sees the guy about to knock him out from behind, and he spins the woman around, and she gets knocked out by the guy. Big old smack on the head. So what is this I'm seeing from... We had the Daily Haley last week. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. I think I left my keys in... Do you see them? Oh. No, I don't see them. But you're bugging me in the middle of my podcast. You gotta wait another 2 minutes before I answer. I think I see. Hold on a moment. No, I can't find your key. Sorry, Haley. I can't find them. Hey, there's a couple people here at Cafe Anyway. Let's say hi to them at this point in time. Hi, Mark. It's Benita the Rodeo Queen. How you doing? How was that?
That's a Disgruntled Fiddle Player tell you
What?
I think you should post a picture from Shingletown.
Shingletown, that's right. Shingletown near Redding, California. I think I had a dream about this place last night. As I'm doing a lot of pictures lately from mountain towns like Sonora and Redding and Shasta and all. But see that picture at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. This is actually a view from a friend of mine's house. She lives in the back area. I think I told you I was going to tell you her story. Well, it does involve her friend, close friend, that was killed in a car crash. And in homage to her, she was looking for a house because there was a settlement with the accident. And she was at this property and she found a rock that looked like a heart. And she said, oh my gosh, that's something that hearts, drawn hearts, meant a lot between the two of us. So I think this will be the spot that I will buy this house. So she bought the house, did some renovation to it, and she's turned it into a bit of a retreat for people. And that's really cool. She's got many more stories like that, that it seems that her friend speaks to her from beyond in interesting ways. But we'll get to that on another show, I guess, at some point, because it is Mike's Daily Podcast where we talk about interesting things. So, oh, by the way, Golden Globes. So, Miss Lady Gaga did not win, unfortunately. It went to Glenn Close. Glenn Close, great actress of our time. But so Lady Gaga didn't get, but she did get the Song of the Year that she sings with Bradley Cooper won. And Bradley Cooper did have a birthday over the weekend. He's like in his mid-40s now. And way to go to Freddie Mercury, though. Freddie Mercury, the portrayal of him by, I can't think of the actor's name at the moment, but yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody got an award for that for Best Actor. And I forget that, I think one of the Farrelly brothers made the movie that got the Best Golden Globe Award. So that's my little review of that, which I don't give a crap about. Golden Globes, frick, or the Academy Awards, not a big deal to me. I don't even go see movies, and I don't think I've even seen any of the movies that win, but whatever. It's been a long time. I think Chariots of Fire was the last one I saw. But hey, maybe I'll get laid up and have to watch a movie, and maybe I'll watch one of the ones that won Golden Globe last night. But that's the end of the show. Next show, oh, we forgot to get a root beer from this guy.
Hello, Mike. I make the delicious root beer. Oh, boy.
All right. Next show, it'll be the wonderful...
I'll cut you.
All right, James Bond movies, though. I really don't need to watch them ever again. I'm pretty much done with that. It's just, we get it. You're British, and you can get out of situations where people are trying to kill you all the time. That's awesome. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley. Thanks for listening.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!